Hi guys, welcome back and welcome to my shade garden. I'm out here getting ready to plant. My neighbors are actually cutting brush, so enjoy the sound of a chainsaw. We're in the Northwest though, so that's a common sound. Getting ready to plant in this bird cage for my side yard, and I've chosen lots of shade-loving plants to do that. I needed to add some color, and this is the perfect way to do it. So let's get busy. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to need is obviously a bird cage. I actually went out in my yard and picked some moss. I live in the Northwest, so it grows pretty plentiful here. If you don't have any in your yard, you can get it at the Dollar Tree. So I just lined the base of it all the way around the rim at the bottom, and then I put a cocoa shell liner inside that, and I got that at the Dollar Tree, and I just kind of tuck it into the moss. So at that point I added about halfway full of dirt, and this mix is from garden soil mixed with potting soil and compost. Okay, so the plants that I've chosen are all shade-loving plants, or mostly shade-loving plants. I chose this rear begonia, and it's a beautiful pink color, and I pull about 3/4 of the soil at the bottom off and kind of loosen it up around the edges. And I do place it in the back because my cage is going to have a front and a back. And I've also chosen this beautiful color. It's a Wizard Velvet Red Coleus, and if planted in the right location, these can get pretty big, but I like my plants pretty tight and full, so it's not going to get out of control. The size won't get too big. So I put 2 little starts in there on one side right next to each other, and move on to my next plant, which is a double white bacopa. This plant actually likes a little bit more sun. I think it's going to do okay in this area. It does tolerate shade pretty well. So I pull off quite a bit of the roots and loosen up mostly that top edge, and soften it up a little bit, loosen those roots up, and I'm going to put it on the side and pull it through the cage. It's going to hang down and be a trailing plant. Okay, next I'm gonna add this extreme orange impatient, and it's got like a little bit of a purple in the very center and on the edges, and I think that this is gonna be a lot of color. Impatiens are perfect for the shade, and they get pretty good sized. I'm gonna tuck them in around on the other side, and they will hang down some, so they will fill up the basket and hang over just a bit. Okay, so with these, I did kind of lay them on their side a little bit and kind of direct them in the way I wanted them to go. So next I'm just gonna add some white alyssum. I love the smell of alyssum. It smells like a summer lilac to me. And I always want to add that in there, give it a little color, and it will hang down a little bit. So the center, it's kind of the center front, I'm gonna add just another coleus there. I wanted that red. So I'm just gonna fill it in with dirt, and I'm gonna make sure and press down the dirt between the plants and make sure there's no air pockets. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more of that moss and tuck it in where that liner's at. I personally don't want to see the liner. I just want to see moss. That's just a personal preference. You don't have to do this step. Okay guys, I've chose a place in my garden, and I'm gonna put it there. I can look out my kitchen window and see it. And once all of the hosta around it really grows up, it's just gonna be enveloped. It'll be beautiful. I'm obviously gonna wanna water it in really well, and I wanna water the moss around that liner too, because it was live moss. It will actually attach itself to that liner and continue to grow. So that's just a bonus of getting live moss. So anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.